The long wait is over, the summer is gone, the best leagues in the land are back.
It's time to raise the game.
Welcome back to King Coy Campus's BUCS Super Rugby matchup between Cardiff Met and Loughborough. Lots coming up in tonight's show with kick-off coming in about 20 minutes. But before that, this week we've been lucky enough to have Fiji and Australia both using the facilities here at King Coy ahead of their games against Wales. We sent Alex Hyman to have a further look.
Fresh off their exhilarating win against England last weekend, the Wallabies have arrived in Cardiff and they're here at the Archers Performance Centre at Cardiff Met University to prepare for their next test.
You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play.
The Aussies welcome the British and Irish Lions next summer, so these autumn internationals are crucial building blocks. They'll be looking to make it 2 wins on the trot when they say good day to Wales this Sunday at the Principality Stadium.
I am now joined by Head of Media at Cardiff Met, Sam Jones. Sam, how are you?
Nice, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, all good, thank you. So can you just tell us a little bit about your role here at Cardiff Met?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the Head of Media for both the men's and women's rugby club here. We'll kind of oversee all the content that gets produced here alongside my friend and colleague Elliot Phipps. So yeah, we just make sure these teams get promoted in a positive way, but also the whole club, all the way from performance guys playing tonight all the way down to the bottom of the club.
So we saw a little piece there about Fiji and Australia both using our facilities on campus this week. What does that mean for students here?
Oh, it's amazing. I know there's been a buzz all week about seeing which players everyone can see on campus, and having teams like that training here, like Fiji last week as well, really shows like the high facilities we have here on campus, and teams like this can come and train, and yeah, it's great to see that type of athlete like here.
And former archer Ellis Bevan has been named by Warren Gatton to start this week. What does that mean for the players playing behind us and all the players coming through at rugby?
Yeah, super sub Ellis Bevan played really well last week. It's great to see like Aaron Wainwright obviously having a good game as well last week, and Max Llewellyn. It's great for these boys to kind of see that pathway from club here can make the international stage, and possibly that is achievable in the future. So it's really positive from a club perspective, but also as a player, clearly we're in the right place to play rugby. So yeah, it's good.
And 100%. And coming back to King Coy a little bit, how lucky are we to have the facilities we have here?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, from a student point of view, it's great. We have these players on campus that we can see just casually strolling past you. But yeah, it's perfect on a Wednesday night to come down to this lovely pitch, watch a big game like this, all the fans. Yeah, it's just great to be a part of this place.
And as a media student yourself, obviously we've got all the facilities we have here.
Absolutely.
How good is that for you?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, I came here for the course specifically because of the facilities that it offers, and yeah, it really helps me develop as a person, but also into a career afterwards. So all the people and the facilities that this university has to offer is just paramount for my success going forward. So yeah, it's amazing to have.
100%. And as a rugby fan yourself, how good is it to live in Cardiff as a city, obviously the Principality and all the rugby going on in the city?
Yeah, it's lovely. I've fallen in love with the city myself. Having Welsh family anyway, but also coming from England, it's great to kind of feel warm in a city that isn't home, or which I now call home. So yeah, it's really good, and it has plenty to offer, especially on the rugby side of things.
And rugby at the university as a whole, what would you say to kind of students that are thinking about coming here next year?
Simply watch your games on a Wednesday, see what is good to offer. All our players and all our players and spectators were clearly in the fans tonight as well. So yeah, it's just great. The club has that warm, like, kind of family feeling all the way from the top down to the bottom, and there's plenty of opportunity, as you said, for the facilities here. And yeah, I think the kind of the name speaks for itself, and the facilities that offer. So yeah, it's good.
And will you be going to the game this weekend, Wales, Australia?
I'm not, unfortunately, but I'll be definitely tuning in from the TV, cheering on the Met boys, but also Wales, which will be a tough fixture as well. So.
Perfect. Thanks, Sam. And Sam will join us again very shortly. But first, our women played here against Loughborough last week. This is how they got on.
So we've got Freya Bell kicking off for us.
Yeah, so I'll be looking to get 3 points here. Freya Bell.
And straight through the posts.
It's good, that. Nearly there now.
Matt's so almost over this try line, passing out wide now. Picton Powell just with the ball.
It's a great try there. That's Savannah Picton Powell.
Congratulations to her. That was a patient try there, as you were saying, and paid off for Matt.
Just the pick up and go it is. It works every time, working in pods. And then eventually Freya Bell releasing.
Picton Powell. Out wide again, trying to get the ball to Amy Williams, the highest score trier. Can they get there? Can she get there?
That's a fantastic carry. She's gained good 10 metres there.
Lovely carry there, Maisie Davies. Maisie Davies with the try there. We knew she was going to be one to watch out for tonight, and she's proven that.
Yeah, but you obviously get your big ball carriers in the back line in the centres, though. Yeah, it's not much difference these days as it used to be. But
Williams again with the kick. Loughborough just getting there before her. And back with Matt.
Yeah, it's great work. Great pressure by Sarah Singleton there.
Again, pushing for the line. Another call for the ref?
Yeah, it's a penalty, I'm pretty sure this time. Don't think it's a try. No.
No try there.
Yeah, 4-4, and we're looking back here on what the try was. It looks to me that was, well, still unclear, but no, it was Jess Rogers, the captain, who went over the line in the end.
Amy Williams just there with the catch and the kick to the Loughborough backs. Passing down the line once again.
Could be it's a card here now for Met.
Just watching for the card. Someone sent to the sin bin. Who sent to the sin bin, Dan?
That's Hannah Lane there. From what it looks like, it could have been a high tackle or some sort of illegal challenge. Well, Hannah Lane's still off, but as in they're wasting the time, so it's fine when they get that yellow card back on. And conceded no points.
So Loughborough pushing against the line again here. Just pushing as hard as they can. Just throwing out wide now. Nice space for Loughborough, and yes, nice. Loughborough with the try. Met slightly more have an advantage with the line outs compared to Loughborough. Met just pulling away now. Singleton with the ball. Again passing out in the midfield. Pushing forward, and it's a Met try. What a try.
Wow.
The ref's just having a little chat, and I think they've called no try.
He's given no try there. And there's going to be another card, which we're not sure exactly what has happened here, but looks like that it was between the touch judges that was having a word with the ref there, conducting what was going on and what happened, but he's dishing out another card here.
Another Met player for the sin bin.
Yeah, it looks like Lucy Isaac is the one in trouble. And yeah, she's off to the bin for 10 minutes. 2 players now Met have gone in the bin.
That's unfortunate for Met. They did have the points on the board, but Loughborough could bring it back. Can Met defence?
They need to stay disciplined here now.
No, ref hasn't called a try just yet.
Some are calling for the held up, but no, we can clearly see the ball still behind that line. Loughborough still got it.
Loughborough still trying, passing out wide once again, and Loughborough with the try.
Grundy obviously missing from that line there. Ten minutes left there now. 10 points between them.
Oh, Met breaking away. Saren Singleton with the ball. Just breaking for the try line. She's still going. Is she going to make it? And she's made it. A try for Cardiff Met.
Wow, wow, wow. What a try that was. That's fantastic. Saren Singleton. That is unbelievable.
Definitely super exciting for Met. Getting more points on the board. Extending the lead against Loughborough. Really exciting times for Cardiff Met.
I'm sure you could agree with me. Well, as we can see from that replay, that's the best try we've seen this evening.
So we've got another line out by Loughborough. Slightly cleaner this time.
Yeah, far better delivery this time by Ellie Morel. Sure she'd be pleased with that.
Loughborough get a try there. And that is the game called here at Cardiff Met. Cardiff Met have roared back to winning ways with a 29-19 win here tonight above Loughborough.
Yeah, a great win for the Cardiff Met women last week. Sam, are you confident that the men can do the same tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I see the guys obviously work really hard, and as the women did, they put in a really good performance last week, and must give a shout out to the twos, Cardiff Met women's twos, who won today against Hartbury, which was a big game, so congrats to them. But yeah, going back to tonight, I really hope the streak continues, because I'd love to see another successful Cardiff Met team, especially against Loughborough. I guess we'll just let the boys do the talking when the game starts.
How do you think the boys are prepared coming into a game like this? Obviously, Loughborough being top of the league. How would they have, gone about their week in preparation for it?
Yeah, I'm sure there would have been a message from guards and the team and stuff about that, about them being top, and it'd be a tough game today. But I'm sure, as I see, the boys go into every week individually and as a team, kind of week by week. So I'm sure they would have seen today's game as being a tough game, but personally for them, how they can go forward and their little ins and outs of the game, how they play, how they can get above Loughborough today. So I'm sure it'd be a good spectacle to watch.
100%. And what players are you looking out for today to make a big difference?
I've got to give a mention to the two, one definite debut today, but possible two in Tian Evans and Ocean Hill. Exciting players to watch. I've watched a few of their games in the Prem as well on the weekend, and yeah, I really hope they do well today in front of the crowd that has turned out, which is quite nice to see. And yeah, a tough game, but something they can bring a good light to the game and hopefully score would be nice to see.
And we mentioned Ellis Bevan. Do you reckon there's any players playing behind us that you can emulate that performance from him?
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm sure if you ask the boys, they'd like me to say them all. You can pick out some of the high flyers on the wing, like Henry Kerwin, who's doing amazingly at the minute. Fullback Joshua Carrington, those players have been really good form at the minute. But also from the powerhouse side of things, Captain Ben Murphy tonight. He's his leadership skills and his talent on the field, doing all the little things he does around the park, definitely could see him end up the same way Ellis Bevan has.
So you mentioned Ben Murphy. How important is he today as a leader on the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, Ben is an all-round sound guy anyway, because I see him off the pitch more than I do on the pitch. But hearing from the boys, he's a great leader. He's always making sure standards are kept high, performance on the pitch, all the boys are staying as one team. So I definitely think he's a key part of the glue of the squad. And yeah, he shows that both on and off the field. So.
And what players can you see going into that Welsh squad in a few years' time from the team today?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, you can pick up all the wingers and the fullbacks who score really well. But as we said, Ben and players within that powerhouse park, and it's really, really tough to say because I'm sure the boys like me to say them all. But yeah, definitely Henry Kerwin. He definitely has a capability of doing so. Seeing some of the performances he's put in, as is Ben, and do you know what? Probably most of the squad. We're really lucky to have the skill level we do. So I won't say a specific player, but I definitely have confidence in the boys. At least one of them will be able to do it.
100%. And we mentioned Loughborough being top of the league going into this game. What kind of players are you looking out for from their side today that are really going to, make it hard for Cardiff Met?
Again, I mean, I'm not overly too familiar with certain players in their squad, but they're top of the league for a reason. So I'm sure they're going to bring that A game that we all expect. So I think it's hard to say a certain player. Again, you can pick out their higher flyers on the wing and fullback, which I'm sure they'll go to tonight. But yeah, I definitely think it'll be a squad effort tonight from both teams to see who gets the bragging rights at the end of the day.
And how much will the crowd make a difference? Obviously, we just heard it behind us tonight. How hard is that for Loughborough coming to a place like this?
Oh yeah, the ultras are known for their noise and their support, but definitely in the dark times of the game, the boys on the pitch go to the support in the crowd. So I think that'll be really key today. The fans are what make Kincoid campus a fortress for us. So the boys' performance definitely would be spurred on by the loud shouts, and I'm sure singing in the crowd would definitely help.
And what are the expectations now, kind of towards the end of the season for the team? Obviously, third in the table at the moment, doing quite well. How can they look to go forward from here? Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure if you ask the management, obviously that top four is key. I'm sure they'd be aiming for that home semi-final because that'll make all the difference. But also just maintaining performances throughout the season, putting in those good scores, taking on big teams like this at the end of the day, and yeah, as I said, staying in that top three, top four to the end of the season.
And finally, can I just give some predictions from the game today?
Oh, I knew you were going to say this to me. So, I'm going to be biased, but I definitely think the boys are capable of doing it tonight. As I said, like certain performances, but as a squad, I've seen over the past 2 weeks after the Hartbury loss, they've been working on themselves, working as a team, going through what they can do to improve. And yeah, I just see all the effort they go into the pitch. So I can't give you a definite score, but I definitely say I back my side tonight.
Perfect. Well, Sam, thank you very much for joining us. I'll let you get back to your duties here.
Thank you.
It's definitely really one to watch here at Kincoid. Kickoff is coming up thick and fast, so I'm going to throw to some commentators, Dan Thomas and Alan Hopkins.
Thank you very much, Alex. Good evening, one and all. Welcome to Rugby 1 here at Kincoid, where Cardiff Met welcomes sporting powerhouse Loughborough. The visitors sit at the summit of the BUCS Super Rugby table, with their only loss coming in round 1 against Exeter. Cardiff Met looking to bounce back after being on the wrong end of a thriller at Kingsholm a fortnight ago. They face potentially their toughest task of the season here tonight. As the nights are beginning to draw in, the weather is noticeably chillier, and we head towards the winter months. This season is starting to take shape. The front runners and the chasing pack beginning to emerge, and these two teams looking to be right up there at the end of the season will face off tonight. Cardiff Met, currently in third place, will know that sides below them will be ready to pounce should they slip up here again tonight. A win for the Archers would go a long way in establishing themselves in the top 4, securing a home quarter-final, a target set by Ian Gardner at the start of the season. I'm joined in the box tonight by Dan Thomas. Dan, you were here last week to witness the Cardiff Met women's team beat Loughborough. Can the men do the same here tonight?
Evening, Al. I'm absolutely buzzing to be beside you tonight, and I certainly was here last week, and what a fantastic advert for rugby that was. It had everything. However, on to tonight, a good result last time out against a very strong Hartbury side. I'd like to see Cardiff Met come out quickly tonight and really impose themselves early on in the game, especially up front when we know this Met has got such a big pack and it's such a important factor for them in their game plan. And Ben Murphy has talked about the forwards being a strong point in this team. They need to assert themselves early on here against a strong Loughborough side. And for Loughborough, top of the table, only lost 1 game. This will also be their 3rd away game and their first trip over the bridge to Wales. They'll be desperate to come back here tonight and continue their fine form and silence the Cardiff Met Ultras. Alan, I cannot wait for this battle.
Yeah, me too. And let's have a look at the team lineups, starting with the home team, Cardiff Met. Captain Ben Murphy leads from the front row with Walsh. Tom Pritchard keeps his place from last week. The consistent duo of Gethin Cannon and Ollie Smith are in the second row, with the impressive Liam Jones, Moore and Yallop making up the back row. Alex Terry remains at scrum half, and Steph Crimp comes back into the number 10 jersey, replacing Vikas Meyer, who is away with the Netherlands. The familiar pair of Johnson and Wilmot are the centres. Ocean Roberts will make his first start of the BSR season, along with Kerwin and Carrington. And for the visitors, Loughborough, Oren Murphy and Dutchman Mink Sherink are the props. Seb Smith comes in for Joe Plunkett at hooker. Captain Owain Evans, a Welsh under-20s international, partners Jake Bowser in the second row. Yande Nkonge and Dan Eckersley return on the flanks, and Ed Harvey replaces Theo Mayell at the base of the scrum. Sam Bryan and Welshman Alex Wainwright are the halfbacks. He comes in for Morgan Meredith. Sam Kildunn replaces Kit Temperley on the wing, and he partners Scotland under-21s Finn Doyle. Chris Preen moves to the outside centre for the incoming Jacob Cusick, who replaces Archie Keane, and Elliot Goulet is the fullback. And Dan, you touched on it just now. Looking at Loughborough, their season so far, this is their first trip to Wales. Their only loss of the season coming on another long trip down at Exeter. How important could home advantage be for Met tonight, with Loughborough having a long trip down here to Wales?
Well, we all know how tough Rugby 1, it's a tough place to come, and the Ultras will be so key tonight. They've turned out in their numbers, a lot of fans here, and it's a competitive league with, anyone could beat anyone. And as a home side, you want to make sure that the away side, Loughborough, don't get even a sniff tonight, and hope, keep it tight and play to their strengths and not to Loughborough's strengths there.
And as the Archers come out, the Ultras are in full voice as the Archers come out here tonight. We will be lining up before for a slight presentation, but Dan, I'm really looking forward to this game tonight. I think this is a massive game for Cardiff Met to prove to themselves that they can beat the top four side, as we go in to a minute silence for Professor John Pugh.
Sadly passed away last year, and we're commemorating his contribution to rugby at Cardiff Met by having this match in his honour. In 1996, not only did the college win the National League Division 1 here in Wales, they also won the BUCS Championship at Twickenham, and they beat Loughborough in the final. So we've hopefully this will be the first of a number of games in this series for the John Player Challenge Cup. And we'd like to start our memory of John with 1 minute's applause on the referee's whistle, please.
And a lovely tribute there, impeccably observed by the crowd here at Kincoid as they start to make noise. Professor John Pugh, a well-respected staff member of both of these great universities, and it's nice to see the two coming together, Dan, to honour his services to both universities.
It's always that nice, to have a respectable tribute to a great man, and I hope, this game will show tonight how amazing these two universities are.
As we get ready for kick-off, and Cardiff Met will get us underway. Loughborough will take it in with Harvey into the first contact. Just outside the 22. Loughborough pile in with their forwards early on. They look to secure the base of the ruck. Bryan digging for the ball. He will box kick, and it will fall to Carrington, who looks to take it in. Here come Cardiff Met, first time with ball in hand, and a big carry there by Ardal Yalla. Good tackle as well from the Loughborough team. Here's Ben Murphy. He goes up the gut. Terry at the base of the ruck. He box kicks. It's a high kick. Who's going to get under this one? And it's claimed by Arthur Moore. Brilliant take there from Arthur Moore.
I reckon there was a bit of a tackle in the air there. Now he dragged him down while he was in the air, but the referee obviously is happy with him, will play on.
Bit of a kicking battle here early on as Crimp goes to the air. Lots of snow on that one, and is tipped back by a Loughborough hand. Straight out to Alex Wainwright, the Welshman. First time we've seen him tonight. Loughborough around midfield. Another kick. Carrington reads it as Finn Doyle was chasing into the corner, and it's another kick. Kicking tennis back here in the early stages, Dan.
Well, I don't think this was exactly the game plan both head coaches had in mind, but they've come out kicking away and Loughborough pushing forward early on.
Good carry there from Loughborough as they gain territory towards the Cardiff Met 22. Out to Wainwright. And here is Bowser. Brian at the base of the ruck. Here's the Dutchman, and he spills it forward. That'll be an advantage. Cardiff Met will come away with the ball with Arthur Moore. Cardiff Met still with the advantage. Looking to build a possession here, perhaps another kick away. Terry at the base of the ruck. A good kick this time, well covered by Loughborough. And then he will come back with Gourlay, who will kick again. And a good bounce there for Cardiff Met. They will take possession around the 10. Good push from the Cardiff Met forwards. And through the hands to Pritchard. He keeps his place in the team tonight after a strong performance away at Hartpury last Wednesday. Terry through the hands of the forwards. A cagey start here, Dan, both teams.
Yeah, it seems like they're waiting for, well, one team who's going to slip up first. You know, they're all keeping it tight, kicking it away. Not many going through the hands, but yeah, good start.
Good claim by Gourlay. Kerwin was chasing as the Loughborough backs will retreat. Good hit there coming in from Pritchard. Knocks the Loughborough man back. A big scrap in the middle for the ball. Brian at the base. He will look to kick again. Puts it up in the air. And it knocked forward there by, that is the new man, Ocean Hill. Making his debut. Not the start he would have wanted, Dan.
No, if it's your first game, especially in BUCS Super Rugby, you know, the fans are out. It's the last thing you want in front of a packed house here. You don't want to be dropping that ball early on and giving the ball back to Loughborough.
And a good kick there, good bounce. Carrington will take, and he scuffs up his kick. That will give Loughborough good territory. First real bit of good territory in this game. They will take the first line out of the game, and they will look to attack the Cardiff Met line early in this game.
Proper cagey affair so far. No one's wants to hold on to that ball, and as we saw with that kick from Carrington, it was just a scuffy rookie mistake. So they'd want to tidy up on these errors early on.
Well, we saw a cagey start last week down at Hartpury. It took 27 minutes for the first try. Both sides feeling each other out. Is that a testament to how big this game is here tonight?
There's a lot on this game, especially first against third, as you said, and we can see, you know, the table's going to be extended, the points are going to be getting bigger, so both teams want to close in on that top two, and Loughborough just want to run away with it.
And taken up by Owain Evans, the Welshman, back on home soil here tonight. And a great hit from the Cardiff Met flanker Liam Jones. He's been really impressive this season, and that was a great first hit from him. In the centre with Perrine. Loughborough look to spread it out wide, but Cardiff Met strong in defence. With the forwards again in the midfield, and a good carry there by Murphy, by Loughborough's Murphy. Back through the hands, and a good hit there by Cardiff Met, but the referee will penalise Cardiff Met, and it will bring the first penalty of the game for Loughborough.
I really think that was just a sloppy error there now, as in, you're right in front of the post. Why go into a tackle like that so late? Just let it be, let it be.
And a good kick into the corner as Loughborough will look to attack the line. What can they do from the set piece? Cardiff Met need to defend the line well here. They were pretty poor in defending from inside their own 5 last week against Hartpury. Hartpury constantly finding a way to breach the defence. Can't afford to concede early days here. And here comes the Loughborough drive through the line, but Cardiff Met managed to hold it up. Loughborough continuing to drive towards the line. Can they get over The referee looking around for the ball. There's a huge pile there, and that's never going to get given. A good defensive effort, strong from Cardiff Met, Dan.
Fantastic work there. It's on the back foot from a rolling ball 5 metres out. It's not ideal, however, they've done a great job there, and now a dead ball drop out to restart the game.
Within the opening 7 minutes or so, Cardiff Met defending the line well, better than they did last week, and they will need to do that throughout this game. As Crimp kicks, and that's spilled, but it goes backwards, and it's in the hands of Finn Doyle, the Scottish international. Loughborough looking to build through the hands. Here's Nkonge with a strong carry up the middle, good tackle. Spreading it out wide now, Loughborough, as they look to go wide. Kerwin in on the tackle, back inside now, Loughborough. Good territory here for the purple and whites. And that's a good take by Doyle. And Doyle grabs it, and he's over the line for the first try. A lovely little kick over the top. Doyle read it better, and he comes away and scores the opening try. A little bit of a, not a sucker punch, but where did that come from, Dan?
That was unbelievable. The acrobatic work he did there to get that ball. No wonder he's plays for Scotland in the 20s. That was a fantastic catch out there on the wing. Maybe Archer should have defended better. However, to catch that ball in the air and to finish in the corner, that is a great start for Loughborough.
Yeah, and it was. We talked about Cardiff Met's strong defence in that corner, the 5 metre line, and I think it was Ocean Hill there just caught napping. Doyle was more aware than he was, and we talked about not a great start. Here's the replay coming up, and yeah, Doyle just beating his man there. It was Ocean Hill. Not a great start for him so far, Dan.
No,
a knock on and then conceding that high ball.
It's not the debut you want.
And that is unsuccessful from Wainwright. So Loughborough will take a 5-0 lead. Roughly about 10 minutes gone in this game. Ben Murphy rallies his troops from behind the posts. Cardiff Met need to respond. A little bit of territory of their own. Ball in hand as well, Dan. We know these backs are talented, the likes of Kerwin, the likes of Carrington, and it seemed that last week when Cardiff Met got the ball out to the likes of those, that's when they had their success.
Well, when we came down here a month ago now against Bath, as in, didn't get much chance, but when they were on the ball, they looked promising every time. And as Ben Murphy said in the press conference we did with him, was when they got moved the game down to the Arms Park, it's an artificial pitch, it would suit their gameplay. So I don't see why not utilise that and get it out to the backs.
Yeah, looking to get those guys into this game. Josh Carrington especially, he started this season on fire and has cooled off slightly, but still a danger man for the Archers. A good kick indeed just outside the Loughborough 22 as Brian from the base of the scrum. Loughborough looking to set up a kick perhaps in their own 22. Brian has to dig for that ball again. He will box kick, left-footed, into the hands of Carrington. Carrington up to Yallop. Yallop with a big fend and a great carry, but he's on his own, he needs support. Gets it, great carry there from Yallop, brings it up over halfway. Looking for quick ball. And a good kick there from Crimp. Doesn't quite get through, but we will come back for a Cardiff Met penalty. First penalty for Cardiff Met tonight.
Yeah, not rolling away there, Aled, as in it's a basic mistake, but it's so hard these days, you know, the size of the boys in that ruck, you know. I watch, you know, rugby on TV, all these professionals getting stuck under these rucks. How can they get out there? That's the rules.
A fantastic kick from Steph Kring will set up Cardiff Met in territory. This is a huge opportunity for them to get back into the game. As we see the replay, Carrington taking the ball, a great carry from Ardal Yalla, big fend there. As we back, let's see what Cardiff Met can do. Walsh to throw the ball in. Good liner from Cardiff Met as they pull the drive on. But Loughborough respond. They stop it. Walsh has the ball at the base of the ruck, of the maul. Out to Crimp. A lovely inside ball to Chris Johnson. Loughborough were aware of it. Up comes a good carry from captain Ben Murphy. 3 metres from the line. And Cardiff Met get the penalty. What will they do here? Will they go for the scrum? Will they go for the quick kick? Or will they take the points down? What do you think?
We haven't seen a scrum yet, have we? And we don't know how these forwards match pack-wise. But yeah, they're going for the tap, it seems, which you see more teams doing these days.
And it's taken up with Ben Murphy. Out to Yallop. He's got support as he drives over the line. Can he get over the line? Look, all eyes on the referee. Nothing signalled so far. And the referee will signal, by the looks of it, a held up on the line. No, he's bringing it back for a Cardiff Met scrum. 5 metres out under the post. A good drive there, initially from Ben Murphy and then from Yallop. They need those kind of guys to really drive from 5 metres in, don't they, Dan?
Yeah, and that's also great refereeing there by Adam Jones. You know, he's experienced on the Sevens circuit, very experienced ref. Obviously couldn't see it clearly if it was held up or not, so just coming back for the 5 metre scrum. Good work from him there.
Need a clean break from the scrum here. Yallop's got his hands on the ball quite often early in this game. Will we see him perhaps take it from the base of this scrum? Terry will feed the scrum. A good scrum needed for Cardiff Met here to set themselves up and get back into this game quickly. Here is Yallop looking to take it from the base, but it's been turned over and there's a penalty to Loughborough. A disappointing outcome for Cardiff Met. That was a real opportunity for points and they've squandered it, Dan.
Best opportunity so far for the Archers. Such a shame they wasted it like that. Discipline costing them. They'd want to regroup here now with the line out. Ben Murphy would want to have a chat with his pack and say, let's go from here.
And Yallop there looking to get his hands on the ball. It was a good feed initially and just coming up high, I think, in the scrum. That's what the penalty was for, potentially. Losing shape in the scrum as Loughborough take the line out. It's a clean line out as Arthur Moore looks to get hands on ball. Loughborough quickly out of the line, across the hands, and another kick into the corner. Hill is there to field the kick, but he's got pressure in his face and he makes a lovely break. Here goes Ocean Hill, fends off a man in front of the Ultras. They love that. Great run from Ocean Hill. Here come the Archers looking to spread it wide, but they've only got forwards in the midfield. Out wide again, a dummy. Ben Murphy out to Carrington, through the hands, couldn't get the offload out to Ocean Hill.
If there's one way to get the
and it's turned
going.
over, and out here come Loughborough with numbers, and it's Doyle through, goes back inside at a good tackle. Where did that come from, Dan? I didn't see how that ball was lost.
Yeah, I missed that also, but it's just costly, silly errors in the midfield. And we can see, they're top of the league for a reason. They can counter attacks on these situations and expose Met's defence.
It was Kildun actually on the wing who came inside. Doyle is out on this right hand side calling for the ball, the try scorer, as Loughborough charge with the forwards towards the line. It goes back out through the backs now, and here is Gourlay. Kildun is out on the short side, but they'll bring it back infield. Good defence from Cardiff Met so far. Roughly 10 metres out now, Loughborough. Doyle calling for it on this right hand side. Can Cardiff Met get a turnover here? Good tackle, great tackle to stop Nkonge. He's a big man. And Cardiff Met, I think, have turned over the ball. Great turnover there from Cardiff Met. And it will come out to Kerwin, who look to break the line in the midfield. Man down here, Cardiff Met need to get the ball out if they can. Goes through the phases. It's Liam Jones who's taken a knock as the physio comes on, and Cardiff Met just keep it through the phases at the moment, trying to set up an out kick. Great turnover there, Dan, though.
That's fantastic, with the patience in their defence, not conceding a penalty and just working together, tackling hard and discipline. That's what wins you games, is discipline.
Liam Jones is back to his feet, but he's not at full strength. There's a great tackle comes in from Walsh on Nkonge, and a kick over the top for Kerwin to field. He will give it back to Crimp, who puts boot to ball and finds good touch inside. Cardiff Met survive that turnover from Loughborough, but a couple of good tackles there, Dan, forcing these Loughborough runners back. They're not going to have it their own way tonight, Loughborough.
No, they were Met were proper on the back foot there, and as we can see that from the replay, that's a massive hit there by the archer, and just spillage in the ruck, and quick reactions there by Arthur Moore to win that ball back.
So we get a quick break in play. See substitutes for both teams already warming up. It is a cold evening here in Kincoid, and as we mentioned, the Archers making a few mistakes early on, but the effort is there, isn't it? We've seen lots of big hits, lots of big carries. They are up for this game.
Oh, 100%, you've got to be up for it. As in, the fans turn out with it in numbers. There's fans here from Loughborough, there's fans here from Cardiff. We don't turn up here just to see a boring game. We want to see action, big hits and drama, and that's what we're getting so far.
Lots of noise from the Ultras, and Cardiff Met steal the line out. Up goes the cheer from the crowd, but Loughborough have stolen it back. Loose hands at the breakdown there, and Loughborough have it just inside Cardiff Met territory. Again, a handling error costing Cardiff Met, and they will need to defend again. A kick through from Gourlay, and it goes out of play inside the Cardiff Met 22. A good steal at the line out there, Dan, again, but again, handling errors costing Cardiff Met.
They'd be so disappointed with that, especially with all the hard work the forwards did to win that ball back in the line out. And now they're pinned back in their own 22. It's their ball, but as soon as they've got to have a clean line out here, set up, clear the ball. It's not where you want to be, especially against this strong Loughborough side. Need a good clearing kick here, but as we're saying again, the ball is just coming back inside the Cardiff Met 22, isn't it? I mean, they clear their lines, and even with that steal, Loughborough find a way to get the ball back and gain territory, but it's a good push from the forwards. Referee still happy with it, and he has awarded a penalty to Cardiff Met, so a good opportunity to get out here for Cardiff Met and gain Loughborough territory. Crimp will kick to the sideline. And a decent kick from Crimp as we see the line out. It was a great steal there, and it was just fumbled there at the side. Came off a leg as well. Maybe a little bit unlucky, but an unforced error there from Cardiff Met. Really need to knuckle down with these errors. Ben Murphy and Ian Gardner will be saying the same as we see the Cardiff Met back line. Well, that throw didn't look straight, and the referee agrees. That is a poor throw from Lewis Walsh, and it will give Loughborough another scrum at midfield. Another error, Dan, from the line out. You know, you work so hard to win that ball back, get a penalty, get that ball out of your own half, try and set up a line out on the attack, and then it's just another silly error. It's just frustrating for, I bet Ian Gardner's not happy at all with this.
And he can't blame the wind. There is no wind here tonight.
Exactly.
So Loughborough with a scrum just inside Cardiff Met territory. The Cardiff Met front row chant goes up from the Archers. Good feed into the scrum. Looks a clean scrum from Loughborough. Out to Kildun, and a good carry from Kildun. Too many yards from an Archer point of view he carries, and a good tackle there from, it was Ed Harvey. Out to Doyle as he goes inside, fends off a man. Carrington is over the top of that ruck. Out to Brian. And through the hands again in the midfield. Loughborough looking to build another attack into the Cardiff Met 22. Out wide to Kildun, and a fantastic tackle. Marches him back. No signal from the referee. That is a fair tackle as the Archer crowd go up, and there's a breakout. And a good tackle again by Kerwin. How did that ball come out the side from that big tackle? Loughborough will start again inside Cardiff Met 22. Cardiff Met desperately trying to gain a turnover. Doyle is out on this right hand side. He's out wide. The kick option is there. Out through the forwards, here's Cusick. Out to Doyle, he's one-on-one. Good tackle. And as Loughborough lined up there, Ed Harvey was absolutely lined up by the Archer defence. Some really, really good tackles, but again, the trend is continuing down. A massive tackle down there, and another spilt opportunity.
Since Oshan Hill has, did that mistake on the try, there's certainly fire in his belly now, and he's finally got into the game. That hit, and that, he's had 2 hits now, huge hits.
Good defence again from Met as Loughborough go to the short side. Chopped down. Numbers out, and they win the penalty, Cardiff Met. Excellent defence from them. A lot of chop tackles, big tackles going in. It will sap the energy out of this Cardiff Met team if they continue to have to defend, Dan.
Henry Kerwin there was fantastic, straight over the ball, winning back that ball. Those are the jobs you forwards do, but as a winger, you get into that. And as we can see, the other winger there, Oshan Hill, with that huge hit earlier on the replay.
And it is Oshan Hill down at the moment. Well, Ben Murphy, beg your pardon, sorry, the captain, as he gets to his feet. Not the best kick from Crimp. As Ben Murphy is back on his feet, jogs into the middle of the forward pack, as Walsh will come across for the liner just inside Cardiff Met 22. Again, a good out kick needed here, a strong line out needed for Cardiff Met. And it's bobbled at the front, it's come out to Loughborough, potentially a knock on, but the ref doesn't see it that way, and Loughborough have regained possession back in Cardiff Met 22. The line speed is good. As Cardiff Met come up, Yallop is over the top. Out to the Loughborough back line. Out to Gourlay as he breaks through, breaking towards the line. They will come short side again, trying to creep over the line. 5 metres out, but a bad pass, and Carrington picks it up and will regain possession for Cardiff Met. Huge interception from Carrington, big mistake from Loughborough there, 1 metre out from the line, as Cardiff Met cannot afford another error here. They need to clear their lines and take advantage of that Loughborough error. Terry, and it's got a hand on it. The ref waves play on. Here's Doyle as he looks to break. Doyle fending off defenders. Gets an offload away to Evans. Loughborough looking to go short side. Great tackle there by Carrington. Saved a offload to that short side. As Loughborough look to go again. What can Cardiff Met do here in defence? They've had to defend a lot of this first half, surely taking a lot of energy out of them. But they continue to put up a good defence as Loughborough drive towards the line. Ed Harvey. Brian at the base. Out to Eckersley. As the ball is under there somewhere. Have Cardiff Met turned it round? Yes, they have. Good turnover again from Cardiff Met. Mistakes from Loughborough now. Creeping in. Cardiff Met still close to their line, looking for a out kick. Terry at the base, looking for the ball. He puts boot to ball, just about clears the 22. But Dan, mistakes now from Loughborough.
I think Met can be really pleased with their defence so far. They've been a bit loose outside their own 22, letting them break through and all that. However, while they're on their boat try line, they've been doing very well with patience and discipline, winning that ball back again.
And it's gone astray from a Loughborough hand, so Cardiff Met will regain possession and driven back towards the touchline from Loughborough. Murphy with support. Cardiff Met need a better kick out here and to get some territory inside Loughborough, inside the Loughborough half. Terry puts the ball up. It's bounced inside as Hill was trying to keep it in, and it's a decent kick. Will get them out of their 22 and up to halfway. still be in the hands of Loughborough. And Dan, how can Cardiff Met just get their hands on the ball here? Because for the last 20-25 minutes or so, it's been all Loughborough in the Cardiff Met half.
Yeah, and then it's all coming from the line now. Loughborough have been so disruptive and winning that ball back, forcing errors by Met. They just need that phase of play where they can go get the ball on their hands and create something.
Yallop there with another strong tackle. He's been excellent tonight. As a kick goes in and they will force Cardiff Met out. That's a brilliant kick inside the 22. And it was Wilmot who had no chance to field that. He had to just go out, and Loughborough will have another line out inside Cardiff Met 22.
Pressure just keeps on piling on the Archers. They just cannot get out their own half. They just get pinned back, kick after kick.
Will Loughborough be a bit disappointed that they haven't capitalised further on this lead?
Well, no, it's 27 minutes in now. Only 5-0, and that's another error there we see by Loughborough. They'll be so frustrated that they cannot penalise the Archers here.
Another penalty, and a big penalty for Cardiff Met. A real opportunity for rare territory for the Archers here, as Crimp will look to put this into touch. Crimp. He's kicked well tonight so far. And that's a decent kick into Loughborough 22 as we see the replay. Big hit in the midfield, and Cardiff Met have put a lot of these big hits in. It will sap energy, Dan. They can't continue to be defensive like this.
I've lost count now how many big hits have been. I've never seen something like this. Ridiculous. But yeah, they need to start set up here now from the line out.
And a good clean line out comes off the top inside to Scott, as Yallop will take it up. As Terry from the base to Crimp. Crimp puts in a grubber kick to the corner, and a really good kick from Steph Crimp. No chance to chase it for the winger, but it will give good territory to Cardiff Met. Loughborough will have a line-up under pressure here for the first time really, or the second time, inside their own 22. Cardiff Met, if they can get a steal here, Dan, really need to put the squeeze on Loughborough and get a try back.
Yeah, this is Met's time now. Loughborough have been doing this all game to them. It's time for Met to return the favour and hopefully capitalise and do something Loughborough fail to do, and that's score.
Seb Smith with the line out, and it's a good take. And Conge will bring it away. Big hit from Liam Jones again, and Conge's been smashed every time he's taken the ball up. I feel sorry for him really, because he's trying to break the line, but he's been absolutely smashed. Have they targeted him, do you think, Dan?
Well, he'll definitely have a few bruises tomorrow anyway. We can see how instrumental he is also, and the impact he has on Loughborough's team.
And the ball is out. Referee waved play on. Ollie Smith there was alive to the danger, and Cardiff Met looking to put a squeeze on. Loughborough under a bit of pressure. Here is Nkonge again. Good tackle there by Murphy and Cannon. Loughborough under a bit of pressure. Brian will kick. It's got good height on it, and Hill is underneath this one. Out to Carrington. Can he stretch his legs? He's taken down in the midfield. Cardiff Met looking for quick ball. Taken up by Pritchard. Terry from the base to Arthur Moore. Forwards out in the midfield for Cardiff Met. Crimp puts another kick in through, and Johnson will chase his own kick. He comes back and he's taken out. Referee waves play on. That was a great kick from Crimp, and Johnson with a good chase. Loughborough will retain possession back in their own territory. A massive clean out. Referee waves play on. He's let a lot go, this referee. It's good to see.
I also think Loughborough have been a bit lucky there. He cleared him out without the ball. Either some say it's accidental, however, he was in if he didn't do that.
Carrington looking to break a line. Good step away. Can he get an offload away? But he brings it up to the Loughborough 22. This is better possession for Cardiff Met. And the ball is loose, and it's come out, and another, but the ref has signalled in from the side there. Penalty to Cardiff Met.
Yeah, offside call there.
Offside, sorry. I misread the sign from the referee. Crimp will go to the corner.
Yeah.
And a Loughborough player down. Oren Murphy, he's down.
I think it's a sensible decision there now. Go for the 3 points. Get some points on the board. 32 minutes into the first half. Yet to get off the mark. It's a good chance here. Not exactly straight in front of the post. Slightly left. However, good chance here for Met.
I think Crimp initially, when the penalty was given, took the ball and looked to the corner, but with the Loughborough player down, I think in hindsight he thought his captain probably came across and had a little word, let's just take the points here.
I'm pretty sure either Ben Murphy or Ian Garner was shouting over, giving instructions there, making sure don't be so silly.
So Crimp, his first opportunity for points in this game. Round about 8 minutes to go until half time. And Crimp nails it. Beautiful kick from Crimp. Cardiff Met 5-3 up, somehow still in this game.
Yeah.
They've been battered so far, Dan, really. Up front, mistakes from both sides, but if they go into this half only 5-3 down, they'll take something from that, Dan.
Yeah, if we see on the replay there now, what I thought he cleared him off the ball. No intention going for the ball there. He was targeting the man, wasn't he?
A little bit lucky there maybe to get away with that one. A little bit unlucky for Cardiff Met, but a really good chase from Chris Johnson as Loughborough send it into the sky. Good take on, it's lost forward again from Cardiff Met. And Loughborough will take over with the knock-on advantage. Here's Gourlay. Met in the middle. Doyle is out wide again. Wainwright inside, and a good carry there from Eckersley. Drives on towards the Cardiff Met 22. Nkonge, and he fends off Ben Murphy this time. Good carry from Nkonge. And Loughborough look to spread wide. They've got numbers out wide. Can they go inside? Good offload inside. Brought up by Gourlay. And Cardiff Met up quickly in defence. But again, Loughborough find themselves in the Cardiff Met 22. Can they take advantage this time? Possibly a knock on there. No. Referee signalling advantage for Loughborough as they go over the top, continuing towards the line.
Met ball here, looks like
Met have stolen it. Again, an error for Loughborough. And they will come back for, I believe, a Met scrum. Another error for Loughborough. They'll be kicking themselves, Dan, surely, these opportunities.
This is such a gutsy performance from Met. As in, I bet Ian Gallo would be quite happy with the defensive wise. It could have been, 4 tries Loughborough score this half? They've been in the half so much. However, they're just working their socks off, and they should be very pleased with defence. They're sticking together, working together.
Absolutely. And you know, it has to be said that, you know, there's a lot of unforced errors in this, but Cardiff Met are forcing a lot of them by their strong tackling and strong defence. You know, it has to be said, the line speed's been really good as well. But how much longer can they do this? Because as me and you, we've played rugby, defending is a lot more tiring than attacking.
Yeah, I don't know how much defending I did myself, but it certainly was tiring. But as we saw there, it's another penalty.
Scrum penalty for Loughborough. A huge push from the forwards will give them a penalty in a great position here, and they will go for the corner. They want a try before half time.
They know Met will eventually crack, and it's so close to half time. If they can get into the half with a 9-point lead, it is massive. It's a 2-score game, and they'll hope to.
And we see the replay here. Big push from the Loughborough forwards, driving the Met forwards up. Good clean line out from Loughborough as they push towards the line. Are they getting over this time? Looks like he's grounded the ball, waiting for a signal. Held up again. Cardiff Met, brilliant defence, held up It looked like he was over the line there. It looked like Eckersley had taken the ball over the line from the line out. But Cardiff Met hold it up again. The Loughborough forwards asking the referee. They're not very happy. Dan, brilliant defence again from Cardiff Met.
This is unbelievable work. I genuinely don't know how are they going to be able to keep this up. They're just machines at the moment. They're just like robots. They just defend, keeping them out. It's top work, top defensive work.
About 3.5 minutes to go until half time, and Cardiff Met will just want to get into the shed at the moment. They need to regroup, but their defence has been absolutely awesome, and Loughborough will be frustrated the more this goes on. But here come Loughborough again, and a huge hit from Ben Murphy. Huge hits going in from Cardiff Met, and Conge brings it up and out wide. Doyle is looking for the ball, but Met force him back inside. A good counter ruck from Cardiff Met. The forwards go through it again with Loughborough. Bryan, and a good carry from Wainwright up towards the Met 22. Breaks the gain line. Here is Eckersley. Eckersley breaks out of that tackle. It's taken 4 Cardiff Met men to bring him down. Out to Wainwright. And Conge looking for the ball, but it's inside, looking outside to Doyle. He shifts inside. Good tackle from Carrington and a great counter ruck. And Cardiff Met have come away with the ball. Fantastic counter ruck. Brilliant defence again from Cardiff Met, and they will force that turnover.
That was unbelievable work there in the breakdown by Jacob Wilmot. Straight over the ball there, winning that ball back, counter ruck. Top work again.
Cardiff Met still holding strong. Round about 2 minutes to go in this first half as Terry kicks from the base. A good kick will send Gourlay back, retreating. He will hold on to the ball. Out to Doyle, who shifts inside, breaking tackles. Up to Nkonge. Strong carry from Nkonge. Back come Loughborough. They want a try before half time. And a mishandle there inside. Referee doesn't signal anything. Loughborough come away with the ball. Strong carry from Gourlay. Cardiff Met need to get back on side, and a penalty there off his feet. Trying to create a turnover, and he will give a penalty for Loughborough, possibly in kicking range, as we see the replay coming up here shortly. A brilliant counter ruck there from Wilmot.
His body angle was sublime there. You're not clearing that out.
Cardiff Met yet again forcing a turnover, but they have conceded a penalty, and it looks like Loughborough will kick for goal, looking to extend the lead to 8 points to 3 into half time. But Cardiff Met stringent in defence. They've only conceded the 1 try when they could have conceded a lot more. Well, not pleased obviously to go behind, but will Ian Gardner be pleased with the defensive effort?
You got to look at it as in you're still in this game, and as we see there, they take their lead to up to 8, so it's 8-3 now. You're still in the game. It could be a lot worse. However, as the home side coach, I think you've got to be grateful you're still in here, and there's a big chance to come back in the second half.
Good kick from Wainwright extends the Loughborough lead up to 8 points to 3. Time winding down on the first half, and just lost forward there. Thought that might be a opportunity for Cardiff Met. We will get a scrum before half time to Loughborough inside their territory.
Ollie Smith's eyes lit up there. He thought he was in.
If Cardiff Met can turn this over, as we see the replay, another big hit. If they can turn this over inside the 22 and nick a try before half time, the Loughborough team must go mental if Cardiff Met can do that, because they've had all of this first half really.
Yeah, there'll be one unhappy dressing room at half time if they concede there now. They just want to feed that ball cleanly, get it out and clear it.
Good feed, not much of a push from either side as Loughborough look to bring away. Cardiff Met with a bit of a squeeze now, and Wainwright will just kick it out to bring the first half to a close. Loughborough lead Cardiff Met here 8-3 at King Coyd. It could have been a lot worse. They have had most of the territory in this game, but Cardiff Met's stonewall defence, big hits coming in from all over the field, has kept them out and kept them to one try. They will go in the happier team, Cardiff Met, but they need to improve in the second half and get a bit more territory, Dan, a little bit more ball in hand.
Very low scoring, however, it's been a very exciting game, I thought, as in there's been big hits, big carries, amazing defending by Met, and I'd say Met would probably be the happier side going in the half here. They could be far away from Loughborough, but they've done so well, and they'll be looking to come back in the second half and do what Loughborough did in the first half and just pile the pressure on, win, keep their discipline, and certainly try and score some tries.
And we saw last week it was a cagey first half against Hartpury, and the second half kind of exploded, both teams coming out and playing much more free rugby. Cardiff Met will obviously be hoping that happens here tonight, but will we see that, do you think, or will it continue to be cagey into the second half, Dan?
Well, as you said, it's been so cagey, and when I was commenting on the women's last week when they were playing Loughborough, I did notice that it was such a cagey start to the game, but coming into the second half, it was such a fiery, open game. It just kick-started everything. I think it's in the first 10 minutes, hopefully a Met try, and then he can just kick-start everything, and we'll see a very exciting, open game of rugby.
And as we go into the half-time break, let's take a look at the Clash on the Court series a couple of weeks ago with the Cardiff Met netball team facing Hartpury. Let's see how they got on.
And now, hear the cheer for the Archers.
Wednesday, October 30th, the Archers Arena held the 2024 edition of Clash on the Court, where they're expected to show off their skills against Hartpury University. Hartpury had the first centre pass and the first match point from said pass. Cardiff Met returned and scored from their subsequent centre pass and an obstruction from Hartpury. Cardiff Met kept up the attack with 21 chances and a 5-point lead, and lost that lead, however, by the end of the quarter, keeping the score 14-all. Cardiff Met came back with a game plan to regain their 5-point lead in the second quarter, but ends the first half only 3 points ahead of Hartpury. At the beginning of the second half, Cardiff Met starts the scoring, only to lose their lead with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter and ended losing the 46-44. Hartpury's Horton started the scoring for the final quarter to give them a 3-point lead over Cardiff Met and end the Clash on the Court 58-55 to Hartpury.
Yeah, a good half of rugby here at Kincoid. And the netball team were unlucky to come away with a win last week on Clash on the Court. However, lots more action around campus today, and we'll be joined by Will Richards very shortly to talk about some more results around Kincoid. But before that, mental health is something that affects us all. And here at Cardiff Met, we are proud to say that we're getting involved in Movember to raise awareness for this. Here to tell us a little bit more is
Suicide is the leading cause of death for males between 20 and 34. Mental health is something that impacts us all, and we are proud to be a part of the movement that breaks that stigma.
We aim to run 358 kilometres in November for the 358 men who kill themselves in the UK monthly.
It's not even the 6th of November yet, and we've raised nearly £4,000.
Movember's a charity quite close to our heart at Cardiff Met Cricket. There's 100+ lads, and we all want our voices to be heard.
We'd like to encourage difficult conversations within the group to ensure better men's health.
On Saturday the 30th of November, it sees our final event, Rugby versus Cricket football match, on here. We hope to see you all there.
Please donate to the Cardiff Met Movember page.
And if you would like to donate to that page, just visit the Cardiff Met Cricket Movember page. As mentioned, lots of sport going around campus at the moment. I'm joined by Tilly Menin-Steer, the tennis ones player. Tilly, you played Bristol today. How did you get on?
Yeah, good. We ended up getting a 6-love win against them all. It was quite a tough match, but all the girls battled really hard, and yeah, we managed to secure a win, which was amazing.
That's good. Now, how are you settling into Cardiff Met here? Obviously, this is your first year here. How are you finding it?
Yeah, I'm finding it really good. I think the atmosphere is always great, especially in the tennis. Everyone's really friendly, so it's quite easy to make friends, and yeah, socialising is really good as well.
And what sort of opportunities have you seen for tennis players at Cardiff Met?
So there's lots of opportunities. There's lots of different kind of like tennis things you can get involved. So like social tennis, ladies' night, men's night, and also you can join the BUCS team as well, which is really good. They've also introduced a performance program this year, which has enabled the more elite athletes to basically improve their game, get great coaching, great physios, nutritionists, all that kind of thing. So it's a great opportunity for everyone.
So what would you advise young tennis players thinking about coming to Cardiff Met? Would you advise them to come here, or?
Yeah, 100%. I think all the coaching team is so friendly, so helpful. If you ever have a question, they're always there to answer. If you ever need to speak to them, they're very approachable. So yeah, I think it's just a great place, really. Everyone's just really nice.
Yeah, 100%. And coming back to you a little bit and your background into tennis, what kind of made you come to Cardiff Met?
So I've been playing tennis for years, quite a few years, and I've played against Cardiff Met a few times for our team in the Macintosh where I play, and they've always just seemed like really friendly, really nice. I've also used to play at Cardiff Met as a junior, and I always really enjoyed the court, really enjoyed the facilities. It's always been amazing, so yeah.
And what's coming up for you in the next few weeks in terms of tennis?
So we have training pretty much every day, Monday to Friday. We do BUCS every Wednesday. Obviously, some Wednesdays there aren't matches, so we have a bit of a rest day or support the teams that are playing. So yeah, a lot of training, lot of strength and conditioning coming up to improve our tennis game. But yeah.
And there was a touch tennis tournament just the other day. How good is Cardiff Met at providing social opportunities for tennis as well?
Yeah, they are really good, to be honest. Because we have social every Tuesday, and yeah, yesterday is inclusive for everyone, so not even just tennis players. You could have brought your friends, your flatmates there. So yeah, they are really good at promoting it as well on their social media. So there's always some posts going on, or there's always something going on there, which is always really good.
And a bit back to rugby. You're from Cardiff. Are you going to be watching the game this weekend?
I am actually. I'm going with a few of my friends for my course, so yeah, I'm going to go watch it on Sunday, support Wales, and yeah, it'll be good.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Lee, for joining us. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank
I'm
you.
pass you over to Will Richards now, who's got some updates on the football today. Will, what have you been up to?
Oh, cheers, Alex. Yeah, it's been a wonderful day of sport here at King Coyd. We obviously had the Australian rugby team in the gym at the new strength and conditioning centre, but personally for me, I was down at the football all day long.
And what happened with the men's and women's game?
Yeah, so it was a bit of a double header. We started with the women's, in which was a bit of a South Wales derby. The Cardiff Met women's, they were playing USW. It was defensive mishaps kind of that let USW go 2-0 up. However, that didn't stop Cardiff Met. Goals from Collison and Zimovic brought the score back to 2-2. However, it was heartbreak as they conceded in the last minute, giving USW all 3 points.
And what happened in the men's game straight after?
As for the men's, as you said, it was a more comfortable affair, a lot more controlled. They went 1-0 up thanks to a very confusing goal from Morris, who made it 3-3. Then the equaliser came from Chichester. A fantastic free kick into the top left-hand corner of the goal, and I would recommend anyone to go and watch it. It will be posted on the Cardiff Met Sport TV YouTube, so I'll definitely go and check that out. And then with the last kick of the first half, Morgan scored with a header. The scoreline continued for a while into the second half until Tom Vincent does what he does best, putting the ball into the back of the net, and the final score was 3-1.
Perfect. And obviously you were on comms for that game. A little bit about our course and broadcasting. How do you find commentating on foot games like that?
Oh, it's a very good experience. It's fun. I really enjoy doing it. It's obviously when you first come onto the course, you're a bit nervous and you don't really know kind of what you're good at, what you're not good at, but it teaches you everything. It teaches you how to be confident in doing this and be assertive in doing it as well. And definitely the commentary is fun. You know, being able to watch football and kind of talk about it for hours on end is, I don't know, for me personally, what I want to do. So
100%. And obviously, good first half here at Rugby 1. What are your thoughts going into the second half there?
I mean, it's been a tough game. You know how good Loughborough are, and I think Cardiff Met have restricted them quite well. I do think it will continue like that, and I could see Loughborough extending their lead slightly, but you can't rule out the Archers. I think it'll be a tight scoring game.
Perfect. Thanks, Will, for that. And we will have more football action at the end of this game with Cardiff Met's game against Bala Town on Saturday. But for now, I'm going to pass you back to our commentary team, Dan Thomas and Alan Hopkins.
Thanks very much, Alex. And as we see coming up here, We mentioned, Dan, the physicality in that first half. Some of these shots going in that we're seeing on the replay, Cardiff Met have been really, really physical tonight, haven't they?
You can clearly see how much work they do in the gym with these big hits. As in, I'd probably break in half if I was running into one of them. So.
Well, we've got the facilities for it, haven't we? As we mentioned, Dan. There's Nkonge again, and he's been smashed back a few times. I think that was Liam Johnson on that one. He's been really, really impressive on that one. But some of these hits going in, how much can Cardiff Met sustain there? Look at that one. I mean, driven back 10 metres. I mean, they ended up losing the ball out of that, but how Cardiff Met can't keep this going, surely, or can they? Is that a testament to the strength and conditioning of this team?
I think, the first half, the half-time whistle came at the right time for Met. You could see they weren't going to last all night doing that without having a break. They really needed that whistle to go. And yeah, standouts for me for that first half: Ben Murphy, Liam Jones, Arthur Moore, Adil Yallop. They've been pounding those big hits in, absolutely pounding them in. It's been unreal watching them doing those tackles. So yeah, as in, if they can keep that up going, I don't see why not. We cannot come back this second half and win.
They certainly have. As we get a look at the crowd here, the ultras. I mean, is this Peaky Blinders night, do you think, Dan, or yeah, there's got to be with the flat caps, hasn't it? They're very smartly dressed.
Very smart, I must say. They might, especially those hats, pretty cool, aren't they? They better not have the razors behind them. So.
I don't think they would suit me, but as we see coming up the Loughborough try, it was early on, and it took us a little bit by surprise up here, Dan. It was Finn Doyle was switched on to this ball. Ocean Hill, as we mentioned, started the game slowly, but he's got into it. A good kick in behind there, lovely little thing, and Finn Doyle just goes up and gets it and takes his opportunity really, really well.
Yeah, Ocean Hill was always second choice when that ball went up in the air. He's running backwards. It's not ideal.
Not ideal at all, and that's the only time the Archers have switched off in defence tonight. What can they do in this second half? I believe we are coming out just about ready to come out for the second half. The referees have emerged. Dan, in terms of, we've talked about the defence a lot, in terms of attack wise, what do you need to see from Met tonight in this second half?
They haven't really had the chance to spread the ball out to the wingers. We obviously know Henry Kerwin has scored so many tries this year. He's so important to Met attacking that. So, and especially Joshua Carrington, he's been quiet, he's been defending very well. However, we haven't seen him on the ball as much as we'd want to. And maybe just bring in the centres in play, Chris Johnson, Jacob Wilmot, just get them on the ball, run down the channels, get over that gain line. We haven't seen that that first half, and it'd be something they'd want to utilise the second half.
I think you mentioned Johnson there, and he is a key player in bringing the rest of the wingers like Kerwin and Carrington into play. Another player that is missing tonight is Vikas Maya, who's got that X factor, that little bit of spark. He's away with the Netherlands international team. How fantastic for him, obviously, to be representing his country, who, by the way, are coached by former Ospreys and Dragons coach Lynn Jones these days. They're playing Chile on Saturday, so we'd like to give Vikas Maya very good luck on Saturday for his game against Chile, as we see the Loughborough team emerge for the second half, and the Archers will follow them soon. 8-3 to Loughborough currently as we go into the second half. But Dan, as I was saying, Chris Johnson, the type of player that can bring those likes of Carrington into play, and hopefully we see more of him tonight.
Yeah, you see a lot these days, your inside centres are your main ball carriers, so why not? Obviously they haven't had the ball enough to give him the ball as they'd want, but if you can take 2 or 3 defenders out with one carry, you get that ball out to your back line, there's gaps going to be out there. So yeah, but as we can see here now, Loughborough out here nice and early, is that they're putting a statement out there as in we're ready to go, as in it doesn't bother us being out in the cold, let's go. And
yeah, I think they would have been frustrated with that first half, wouldn't they? And I think they would have had a stern word from the coach in there to take these opportunities and kill Cardiff Met off, because of course it's only a 5-point lead, it's only a 1-score lead, and Cardiff Met have got the players and the potency to catch Loughborough on the break and really upset this game. being top of the league as well, they won the cup last season. They've got aspirations of winning the double this season, and for Cardiff Met, this is a really, really big test now in the second half about what they're made of.
Yeah, I think Loughborough honestly would have just happily stayed out there and just stay outside and just carry on going. As in, you see with teams before, they go in at half time, they come out the second half a completely different team, and that could really happen to Loughborough. 12 minutes off the field, with the way they were playing, it's not what they want.
Yeah, we often see, don't we, where a half has been maybe not dominated but controlled by one team, that the break comes at the right time for one team and it can make all the difference in the game. We saw it kind of a little bit with Wales on the weekend when they had those yellow cards and the red cards disrupting play, how Fiji then rallied again, and this is a little bit different because we got the half-time break. But here come the Archers coming out for the second half. They're running out, they're pumped up, they're up for this. This is a massive second half for both sides. Loughborough looking to stay top of the table. Cardiff Met looking to consolidate their position in the top four, with Exeter as well, Dan, going down earlier on to Leeds Beckett.
Yeah, and as we can see here, substitution for the Archers.
That's Max Surrey who has come on, and we will try and confirm who has gone off at the break, but Max Surrey is on for Cardiff Met as the opening kickoff is tipped out of play by Kildun. Looks like Tom Pritchard is the replacement. Cardiff Met first line out inside their own territory, and it will be Walsh to throw. Connell Couch also on. He's normally a feature in this team, and Will Owen as well for Cardiff Met. So substitutes at the break for Ian Gardner's side as they take the ball up here with Johnson. Good carry from him.
Exactly what I said at half-time there, bringing in that inside centre.
And here is Hill on the outside. It's a good run from Hill into Loughborough territory. Steps inside, here is Cannon up the middle, out wide, and a good kick through from Crimp. It'll be chased by Kerwin. Kerwin's got gas to burn. Hill is there as well, and he's gone over in the corner. A try for Cardiff Met. What a kick from Steph Crimp, and it's Ocean Hill over in the corner for a try. Cardiff Met come out in this second half. What a start, Dan.
Unbelievable start. If you are Dr. Ian Gardner now, you'd be bouncing around, absolutely buzzing with that. Exactly what we said before the second half restarted. Get your inside centre, Chris Johnson, getting over the gain line, spread that ball out. Oshan Hill is on his debut, deserves that so much from the start he had. He's worked so hard for that.
I don't want to big up our analysis of that first half, Dan, but exactly what we said has come true. As we see the replay, as we mentioned, great kick from Crimp, and Kerwin and Hill, both your wingers on there chasing that ball down. There's only going to be one winner as Hill goes over in the corner on his debut in BUCS Super Rugby tonight, as we see whether Crimp can add two more. Tough kick here. And Crimp is just off target, but that will draw Cardiff Met level. 8-8 here at Kincoid. A fantastic start to this second half from the Archers, as Loughborough will look to gain territory back and control back in this game. How big could that be, Dan? The momentum shift early on in this second half.
You know, you couldn't ask for a better start there, straight from, and a penalty from the restart. This is a completely different Archers side that's come out.
That was Kildun there, penalised for a push in the back, really, on the gain from Cardiff Met. A silly penalty to give away as Crimp kicks for the corner. Cardiff Met will set up just outside the Loughborough 22. Can they score another try and build on this momentum? Great start to the second half, as Couch will go over and have a word with Walsh of what he wants from this throw. Quick line out here for Cardiff Met. To the back, it's cleanly taken, and they will drive with the maul. Here is Moore off the back of the maul, looking for Owen. And it's lost forward from Cardiff Met, but they will get the penalty, and a big chance to take the lead for the first time in this game. Straight in front of the post, just outside the 22. Crimp will get the tee on and have a go at this 3 points.
Yeah, as we saw there in the tackle, Loughborough's defence not releasing from that tackle before competing for that ball. It's a great opportunity here for Crimp to take the Archers into the lead and be the perfect start for the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Possibly a huge momentum shift here if Cardiff Met can take the lead. Crimp, easier opportunity this time. Can he convert? And that is over as Cardiff Met take the lead for the first time. We see this penalty again. Good take from Owen. And then it was Arthur Moore at the base. Good work there from Arthur Moore. Not releasing Loughborough and penalising an easy 3 points for Crimp, Dan.
Yeah, in front of the post, you don't want to be doing that, especially with the experience of Crimp, the American international.
And another good take there from Ollie Smith. As Terry from the base of the ruck. Terry again back into Crimp. He's taking it back in so he cannot kick out. Good kick though, deep into Loughborough territory as Gourlay will bring it away and kick. Back to Crimp inside his 22. Crimp sets himself for another kick, and that has gone out over the heads of us. That's a good kick again from Crimp, just over halfway. A bit of a kicking battle again as we saw at the start of the first half, Dan.
I think that's sensible from Crimp there, as in the Loughborough starting to creep back into their own half, get rid of that ball, reset for a line out and just go again.
The Cardiff Met line out's been strong so far in the second half. That looked a little bit astray, but the referee doesn't give anything, and Loughborough bring it up into the Cardiff Met half. Brian from the ruck, and Conge is there as Cardiff Met look to counter. Out to Kushik, out wide into the hands of Meredith, who's come on at half time. Couch looking to get over the top, but he's knocked off the ball. And a good hit again there. Liam Jones standing up the man. Loughborough goes short side with a good carry up again. Cardiff Met trying to hold him up, but the reinforcements come and bring it down. And Conge, as he's smashed backwards again. Liam Jones, great hit again. Out to Mayel. And Meredith out there as well, the two substitutes combining for Loughborough inside Cardiff Met 22. Cardiff Met needing to defend their own 22 again, as they did so well in the first half. As Loughborough, another handling error, but we will come back for a Loughborough penalty.
Yeah, coming in from the side there from Met.
They look potential free play there. I think Loughborough tried to exploit, as we do have a Archer down at the moment receiving treatment. Can't quite see from this angle who that is, but Wainwright will put it in the corner and Loughborough will look to capitalise. 11 points to 8 is the Cardiff Met lead.
I don't know about you, Al, as in Wainwright coming here from Haverfordwest, going to English University. Surely he's got a point to prove, picking a university so far from home rather than picking a close one, putting a statement out there.
Absolutely, and the other Welshman, Owain Evans, it was actually him who was down, not an Archer. As Loughborough go for the line, and it's pick and drive, and it is a try in the corner for Loughborough. A good try there from Eckersley. He took the ball from the base of the lineup and snuck in the corner undetected again. Little bit of a smash and grab there from Loughborough. Cardiff Met have defended so well in the open field, but it's cost them again on that blind side, Dan.
Yeah, the English and the 20 international showing his experience there, crossing over the line, getting Loughborough back into the lead. I think maybe Met were just got blanked a bit there, not sure what was going on.
Yeah, sometimes can be difficult to set up your defence from the set piece kind of that quickly, and you know, teams look to exploit that, don't they? They look to get quick ball off the line out and get quick ball out before teams can set up defensively. That'll disappoint Cardiff Met, but still a close game as Wainwright is off with the conversion. So Loughborough will regain the lead, 13 points to 11 with that try from Eckersley, as Ben Murphy, as we see the replay here, Ben Murphy rallying his troops in the corner. It was taken down well, a good push, and Eckersley just comes out with the ball before Cardiff Met can even reset.
Yeah, disappointing work there from the set piece, as in you've got to set up properly, especially 5 metres out. You cannot be that loose there.
It's Cardiff Met kick into Loughborough territory. There's a handling error there, and Cardiff Met did come away with it, but it's been mishandled. And Gourlay will kick away to Carrington. Carrington with a bit of momentum, looking to get over the gain line. He can't, he's taken down. Cardiff Met set up inside Loughborough territory. Good carry there, he's still on his feet. That is Surrey, his first carry of the game. Brilliant carry from Max Surrey. Puts Cardiff Met up near the 22. Here's Crimp, out to Johnson. As Moore secures over the top. Terry out to Owen. Looking short side. Oh, and the pass was just past Wilmot. He wasn't expecting it, and it goes out for a line out. A missed opportunity there. Interesting choice to come short side there, Dan.
Yeah, especially with the pace of the winger Oshan Hill out wide on the left. Why bring it short? And as we can see from the replay, that huge carry there by Max Surrey, who normally plays with the Saturday team, being brought in for the BUCS side to reward his outstanding performances.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of them tonight on the Cardiff Met bench. Lads coming up from the National League team, earning their stripes, as we get a break from Loughborough. Going through is Meredith, out to Doyle. Doyle brought down well. That was a great break from Meredith. He's been sharp since coming on, as Loughborough look to set up another attack, as they bring it in near the Cardiff Met 22. Good line speed there from Ollie Smith. Loughborough over into Cardiff Met territory, into the 22. Good defence as he bounces off a few tackles. Cardiff Met just not wrapping up as Nkonge, and they look out wide, and it's Meredith again, looks for the inside ball. And it's over the line, is it? Yes, again, another try. It's Theo Mayel for Loughborough. Great offload there from Meredith. And Loughborough have gone over again. They've capitalised on a great breakthrough from Meredith there. A missed tackle perhaps in the midfield there, Dan. Love to see that again.
Since Meredith has come on, he's done such a massive impact. That's 2 breaks he's done there. And as we can see, initially I thought that was slightly forward, but we can clearly see it was backwards there.
Brilliant offload.
Theo Mayel.
Yeah, brilliant offload there. It went over Gourlay's head and luckily into the hands of Mayel. And again, Loughborough just taking advantage of a missed tackle in midfield, but Meredith was key in that try. As we see, the conversion is successful from Wainwright. That will extend the Loughborough lead.
Getting a lot more exciting now. It's end-to-end stuff. A lot of, well, we've seen already Met's defence has just dropped down a bit from that first half. They want to keep onto that first half form, but we can see again.
And a good interception there from Kerwin from the restart. And Cardiff Met will win the line out back. Walsh drying the ball as Couch comes over to give him instructions. Cardiff Met, perhaps another quick line out. It's been successful for them in this second half so far. And it's stolen by Loughborough. Good hand there in the line out. Nkonge. And a good carry from him. He fends off one tackle. Liam Jones in there took a shot. Good carry from Nkonge. He keeps coming. He got battered back a few times in the first half, but he's kept coming. And a good kick in behind by Doyle. Kerwin will field it and call for the mark. A chance to breathe for Cardiff Met disappointing lineup. Commentators curse there, Dan, as we said. They've been strong in the lineouts.
Yes,
and as soon as we say it, they lose one.
Yeah, and Conge there as well. Another great carry by him. He's once again getting hit back, but he just goes forward. He must think what he's done wrong to this Archers side. They seem to target him every time.
As Loughborough look to bring it up again. Eckersley with a strong carry off the restart. Referee has blown his whistle there and will award a scrum to Cardiff Met. So we will see that hit again. And Conge, brilliant carry, fends off the first tackler. Liam Jones is no mug as well in that midfield. He dishes it out. So that is a really, really strong carry from Nkonge.
Yeah, Liam Jones had good, 5 big hits this game, it feels like.
Absolutely. Cardiff Met scrum inside their own half. Really need to get ball in hand here. Trailed by 9 points in this second half, but very much still in this game. Another try for Cardiff Met will make it very, very interesting and swing the momentum back in the Archers' favour. Terry will feed the scrum. Loughborough look to squeeze and Terry gets it away quickly to Crimp. Over the liners, Wilmot is just able to hang on to the ball. A pick and drive here, but he's forced back. Great tackle from Loughborough. Terry from the scrum to Liam Jones. Cardiff Met looking to kick Crimp over the top. Johnson will chase. He will chase. And that's a good tackle. Here is Doyle. Doyle careful not to run into his own man.
Yeah, it's a good chase by Johnson there.
Cardiff Met nearly caught offside there. Looking to come up early. Looking for that line speed again. In here's Carrington. Looks to get away, but he's wrapped up again. They've done a good job of containing Carrington tonight, Dan.
Yeah, they kept him quiet. He hasn't had much to do. He hasn't had a ball much, and they must have looked back at old footage and said, let's target him. Let's make sure he doesn't get that ball, because we all know how dangerous he is.
And here is Wainwright. Will kick. Gets a barge from Ollie Smith. Nothing given from the ref. Here is Carrington, as he will go back to Crimp, who will kick to the corner. An excellent kick from Steph Crimp. Just holds up and Gole is able to field it and kick himself. There's a poor kick. Great kick from Steph Crimp. Gives Cardiff Met really good territory as the Ultras get behind them. Again, huge opportunity here for Cardiff Met. Good kick from Crimp.
Yeah, fantastic kick by Crimp there, going for the 50-22. Unlucky with the bounce, however, the pressure and the line chase was fantastic. Putting the pressure on. Line out in front of the home fans, exactly what you want. Get fans behind your team.
Just sat up well for Gole, that one, didn't it? But not such a great kick from him. As Cardiff Met will have the line out, goes to the back. Ollie Smith with the take and a good drive from the Archers. As they drive towards the 22, they will get the penalty as well. Penalty advantage Cardiff Met as they get a penalty. Brilliant drive from that line out. Big momentum here with Cardiff Met. Crimp looks like he's going to kick for the corner and keep this momentum going.
Well, if that last line out was anything to show, just keep with it, as in get that rolling ball going again.
And he will put it right in Loughborough territory, 5 metres out. Huge opportunity here for Cardiff Met. They really need to make this pay, don't they? We talked about Loughborough squandering chances. Cardiff Met really need to take advantage.
Yeah, it was a great kick there. First I thought you might have overcooked it, but no, that's a fantastic kick there into the corner, 5 metres away.
And it goes, and Ollie Smith is able to grab it. Short side again with the drive. Cardiff Met near the line. Looking to pick and go. Where is the ball? At the bottom of that ruck. Cardiff Met retaining possession. They've got numbers there. Surrey is there. Carry from Surrey, looks to get a push from his teammates towards the line. Cardiff Met need to be patient here. Keep battering away at this Loughborough defence. Good defence so far from Loughborough, but Cardiff Met with quick ball. They will get a penalty advantage as well. Here is Arthur Moore. Liam Jones is there waiting at first receiver, but it will go out to Couch. And he gets a push, but he's pushed back. Really strong defence there from Loughborough. Penalty advantage still with Cardiff Met as Crimp goes short side. And Wilmot, Liam Jones couldn't quite corral it. Wilmot tried to get the quick offload to him. Cardiff Met will keep the ball and batter away at this Loughborough line.
Yeah,
the Ultras getting behind them, Dan.
Yeah, great work here by Loughborough. The defensive, they have conceded the penalty. However, this is a lot of free play here now for the Archers. Will they be looking to spread the ball or just keep it tight?
Cannon with a chance as a kick to the corner is just too deep, but we will come back for the original penalty. Crimp with a free play, just trying something new. What do Cardiff Met need to do here? Would you prefer to see them batter away with the forwards or get it out to these backs?
Well, it'd be interesting what they'll be going for here, as in with the way the lineups have been going, you'd expect them to kick to the corner. You've seen Loughborough been strong in the scrums, but yeah, they've opted for the tap and go.
Quick tap, as we mentioned, we do see this more often or not. Last time it was Ben Murphy as the tapper, just took it up himself. Not this time, as it will be taken up by Will Owen. Out wide to Crimp. Inside Carrington, out to the ball, Henry Kerwin, he's in the corner and he's over for a Cardiff Met try. Brilliant pass there from Crimp into the corner, get in the wide man. Henry Kerwin goes over and Cardiff Met take advantage of the good territory and good position with a try.
Yeah, get that ball out to the wing. It works every time so far. Both wingers now on the score sheet. They've got, the ball is in tight. All the defenders are in, so just spread that ball. That try will eventually come, and that's a great finish by Kerwin there.
Yeah, it was put on a plate for him, wasn't it, really, with a great pass from Crimp and the good dummy man. And Crimp here needs this kick to bring Cardiff Met within 2. And it's a good strike from Crimp, and that will add 2 more points as we see the replay here. It was Carrington actually with a long pass out to Kerwin. Excellent pass from Josh Carrington. We mentioned him earlier. He hasn't really got involved much with ball in hand, but that was a key assist, wasn't it, Dan, from Carrington?
Yeah, that was the important one, as in Kerwin is only 5 metres out, but to catch that ball and to finish is not the easiest job, but a great pass by Carrington, as he said.
And Kerwin, competing for the restart, managed to knock it back inside as Cardiff Met will retain possession with Yallop. Shouts of leave it. And here is Walsh. Good strong carry from him. Cardiff Met looking to set up a out kick perhaps. Will it Terry with a box kick or back to Crimp? It will be Terry and it's charged down. Good charge down there from Loughborough. That was Archie Hunter. He was awake to that danger, and it will pin Cardiff Met with ball back in their own 22. But a few of those kicks, Dan, have been charged down by Loughborough. They're aware of that danger, aren't they?
Yeah, we can see clearly from the 2 locks how tall they are. You get those just charging that ball down. You know, the scrum half, Karen Edwards there, only just come on. He doesn't stand much chance when those arms are just flying around like that.
As Cardiff Met, and it's spilled again from the line out. They originally gathered it, but it's been spilled. Loughborough will have the advantage as they bring it into the Cardiff Met 22 yet again. As Cardiff Met have just got themselves back in the game. Dangerous territory here for Loughborough. Taken up by Evans. And across out looking for the wingers. That's taken up by Preen. He's carried well tonight, Chris Preen. Back to outside centre tonight from last week of the inside centre. Good defence there from Yallop. Loughborough still trying to break the Archers down. And a good carry and a good tackle again in the midfield. Going through the hands are Loughborough, going through the centres. Quick ball out to Mayel, who's made a difference since coming on. And a good offload there. Was that potentially forward? Ref says no. 3 metres out now from the line, Loughborough. They've been in this position so many times before. What can they do? They spread it out wide, and the referee will bring play back. It was a clean finish there for Doyle if he could have got in, but it looks like a knock-on potentially, Dan.
Yeah, I think
knock-on or a forward pass, perhaps.
Yeah, it was a forward pass this time. Met maybe got to count themselves a bit lucky there. They were outnumbered out wide. One correct pass, and you're once again 7 points. So
we see the replay. Kerwin did well. A big tackle there in the midfield drove them back.
Yeah, Wilmot did well there. He was half tempted to lift him horizontally, but he dropped him down quite nicely.
Yeah, you've got to be so careful with those kind of tackles in this day and age, don't you?
Yeah.
He did well there.
Especially what we saw on the weekend in the Wales-Fiji game. You know, nothing safe anymore.
And we will reset the scrum. Ref not happy with the two front rows. Dangerous position here for Cardiff Met again. They cannot afford to let Loughborough extend their lead, having just got back into the game. Need a clean scrum here and a good kick out. Gourlay down below us here is ready for the kick. He looked to get ball in hand, won't he, and go at this Cardiff Met defence.
Yeah, every time we see him on the ball, he's been so dangerous. Such a strong, hard runner.
And it's a good scrum out to Krim, who shanks his kick. Not what Cardiff Met needed. Loughborough will have another line out in Cardiff Met territory inside the 22. Not what Cardiff Met needed there, Dan.
No, so unfortunate there. Steph Cripp was kicked so well. He's had such a good game. And it's not... If you were going to do a bad kick, that's probably the worst place you can do it. In your own half, 22. Only to get it to stay in the 22 as well.
And Loughborough take the line out and will continue to drive towards the line. Good drive from Loughborough as they recycle the ball out to Evans, the captain. Brian at the base, out to Mayel. Ollie Smith keeping out of the way of that play. Good drive back again in defence from Cardiff Met. They've had to do this so many times in this game. They continue to front up to this Loughborough pressure. Another big tackle in there. They go to the other side, to the short side now. Looking to open up that side. Nkonge. Good strong carry from him up towards the 5 metre line. As Loughborough look to... And it's a turnover ball. Cardiff Met have turned it over again. It's a good kick. We didn't quite see how that ball was turned over, but yet another crucial turnover in their own territory from Cardiff Met. But here comes Gourlay away again. A good kick in from Kildun. Puts it back into Cardiff Met territory. They've done so well, Dan. We've said it time and time again in this game. Another turnover in dangerous territory from Cardiff Met. Another error from Loughborough.
Yeah, there'll be some sore bodies tomorrow in the Met camp. Unbelievable defending once again.
I'd love to see the stats of how many tackles Cardiff Met have made in their own 22. It must be absolutely staggering and off the charts. I mean, they've, as you mentioned, sore bodies tomorrow. They've really put their bodies on the line, haven't they?
Yeah, there's one thing they can take out of this game is the work they've put in. They can be really proud where their defensive work. They might be disappointed if they don't get over the line and win this game. They can certainly look back and be proud of their defensive performance.
Still time to go as the Cardiff Met pack rage on towards the 22. It's a good kick away by Edwards. Gourlay. He's kept up by Yallop. Not quite. Yallop looking to keep him up and win back the ball. Gourlay, good hit again, but he's missed the man. There's a dog leg in the defence, but it's well tackled from Wilmot. As they go back inside, double up on the tackles again. Edwards in there. Cardiff Met defending again in midfield as Loughborough rage on. The ball hasn't gone to ground. Nkonge out wide to Gourlay, and it's mishandled as a knock-on in there surely, as the ref will bring it back for a knock-on. Another handling error by Loughborough, but this Cardiff Met line speed is forcing these errors, Dan.
Yeah, their line speed have been tremendous, in fairness to them. The crowd are starting to pick up a bit more here now. Look, you know, they can see how much effort Met are putting in here now. They're just flying up in one line and just battering their attackers.
As we see the replay, as there's a player getting some medical attention. We talked about the line speed here, Dan. I mean, I think it was Gerthing Cannon coming up, flying there, and didn't make the tackle, but that is a statement of intent, isn't it? That kind of line speed, looking to make those big hits, looking to knock players off the ball.
Yeah, even though he might not have got the tackle away, if someone like that is running at that speed up towards you, you just want to get rid of that ball. You don't want to get smashed like that. So, yeah, even though obviously the tackle wasn't complete, still had an impact on the game.
As we see, Alex Wainwright has been withdrawn. I think he's picked up a bit of a knock. He's had a very solid game tonight on home turf, the man from Haverfordwest. Good scrum for Cardiff Met as they will bring it away. Crimp into Johnson. Johnson looking to carry up. And a good kick in behind will take a bounce. And he will be kept in by Gourlay.
That's top
will
work.
Kick. Yeah. Back to Crimp. Crimp looks inside. He's got Kerwin outside, but he's driven outside by a strong tackle from Jacob Cusick. Good tackle in there. Crimp, should he have kicked there, Dan?
Well, the two centres combining there for Loughborough. Yeah, he probably should have kicked. He's kicked so well this game. As in, why run into on the side in and wide channels when you've got so much space behind there? The full-back has been dragged in. There's gaps there. Just get rid of the ball. Don't put pressure on yourself.
Yeah, Gourlay did well to keep that kick in. And it's set up a line-out for his team on halfway. Good line-out for Loughborough as they bring it up with Meredith. Out to Meredith there again. He's battling through. He's been really impressive since coming on.
Yeah, he's had an instant impact on the game. He's been heavily involved.
Out wide, looking for Mayell on this left wing, but a kick in behind from Gourlay. Carrington will handle, and a chance for him to spread his legs perhaps. Carrington looking outside, but opts to kick, and it's a poor kick that has been claimed by Loughborough. Carrington giving away possession there. A poor decision, really. You can see he's frustrated, isn't he? He wants to get out and make something happen.
Yeah, apart from that assist he had earlier for that Henry Kerwin try, he hasn't had much impact on this game, unfortunately. And you can clearly see he's getting frustrated by doing those silly little kicks away.
Good counter-ruck there from Surrey. Doesn't quite come off for him. As Brian from the base to Evans as he breaks that line, and Loughborough are in here as Brian comes towards the line, and Brian is over. A little bit fortunate there, maybe a good bounce for Loughborough, but Sam Bryan, the scrum half, takes full advantage to extend Loughborough's lead and get a bonus point to take back to the Midlands for them at least.
Yeah, it was great work in midfield there. You could see the forwards combining, especially with Theo Mayall, get offloading there, and then eventually Sam Bryan crossing that.
And we'll have to see the replay to see exactly what happened there, but Sam Bryan, once he got ball in hand, he was not going to be stopped. As we see the replay here, Cardiff Met, just a quick offload, and it just bounces the way of Bryan. Good little step inside, and it's tough to stop him from there. But Cardiff Met just starting to get a bit tired, I think, Dan, falling off a few tackles. They're not hitting quite as hard as they were in the first half.
No, 7 minutes left now. It's going to be a long 7 minutes if they cannot react to this. And if their tired bodies out there, then I won't be surprised. The shift they've put in has been monumental.
As Meredith will take his first kick of the night to add 2 points, and he's unsuccessful. A disappointing miss there. I've been disappointed with that one. Fairly straightforward kick, but crucially that will keep Cardiff Met within 7 points, and if the game ends like this, earn them a losing bonus point, Dan.
That really could come back and bite Meredith there, as in wasn't the hardest kick, but wasn't the most straightforward, but it's such a crucial at this time of the game as well. You've got to slot those.
Good, clean take, and he's uncontested. Then we'll set up another break for Loughborough. It was Jake Bowser, uncontested from the restart, and he took full advantage, but it's a poor kick from Meredith. Contested by Gawley, he's had a solid game under the high ball.
We need to pick a man of the match.
And Loughborough will continue. Coming back in field is Doyle. Loughborough over halfway, looking to put the icing on this game and put it out of sight. 7-point lead currently, heading into the last 5 or 6 minutes or so. But a penalty for Cardiff Met will give them the opportunity to head for the corner and get back into this game. Loughborough, that again, a squandered opportunity a little bit for them.
This is the great chance there for Met to bring back the game level.
Crimp up to about 22. They will have a line out. George Merritt, the replacement hooker, will take it. Huge line out here for Cardiff Met. Need to get this one right. Get this ball out wide. Kerwin is inside, Hill over the other side. Carrington waiting there at the back as well. As the ball goes in, it's a clean line out, and they look to get quick ball off the top. Crimp inside, good carry by Owen. Players all over to this far side, and it's lost, and Loughborough will be awarded a penalty. Dan, what happened there?
Theo Meyer, that is a match-winning moment. Coming over the ball, Met not releasing the ball. There's 4 minutes left. I know he's a substitute, but to get over that ball so quickly and win that ball back, that is a match-winning moment in my opinion, at my eyes.
Possibly a bit of an early whistle there from the referee. It didn't give much time, did he? But I suppose when you get into that strong position, there is only one decision that's going to come.
You know, it's a tough one with those. You do see sometimes the ref let it go a bit, and some people think, well, surely he's holding on. You see some referees giving it after a second, but I think with that, it was a right call to give it. I don't think many people are going to get him out of that position.
Yeah, that is the positives of being in such a strong jackal position. And I mean, it's such a crucial skill, isn't it, especially for back rowers, second rowers in rugby. If you can create turnovers, especially near your own goal line, like Cardiff Met have done all evening, it's such a crucial skill, isn't it?
Yeah, it's such a big thing in the game these days, as in if you can't win the ball back by handling errors, you just got to try and get over that ball and win it in the contact area.
Clean line out from Loughborough as they look to drive on just over halfway into Cardiff Met territory. Still moving forward for Loughborough as they look to wrap up this game and take another victory back to the Midlands with them. Ball is out across the midfield. At the base of the scrum, Reese Hulse, the substitute scrum half. As a good drive there from Cardiff Met, doing absolutely, they're not giving up, Dan, Cardiff Met. They were going to take this game to the very death. Good carry up the middle. He's still on his feet as he goes further into Cardiff Met territory. That is Evans.
Man of the match.
As Loughborough just looking to go through the phases now and burn time. As we're going through this, Dan, I'll ask you, if you had to highlight a player of the match today, who would be your pick?
Well, it's been such an exciting game. Everyone's really, a lot of players have stood out for me, as in if you look on the Met side, Ben Murphy has been instrumental putting in those big hits. Henry Kerwin, Oshan Hill have been outstanding on the wings. However, Loughborough are winning. They've been the better team, and my man of the match will be Dan Eckersley.
Yeah, he scored that try, didn't he, in the corner that gave Loughborough the lead, and he's put in a lot of work tonight. He's been excellent. Another Finn Doyle, I think, has really played well. He's looked to get ball in hand as Cardiff Met come away here with a good break. from Hill, and Hill is away from a few tackles, trying to bring it up towards halfway, but he's just pushed out, trying desperately to get something from this game. Cardiff Met, great break from Hill.
Yeah, some tired bodies out there on the wide. Well, as I just said, Dan Eckersy getting my man of the match, but he had no chance there up against Oshan Hill. He ran absolute rings around him there, but yeah, great defence once again. My love for it, slowing the game down, stopping the play. Not long to go now.
Yeah, we're just getting a replay of this break from Hill. Good pass out from Carrington. Fakes the kick, lovely step inside, breaks that tackle, breaks another tackle, almost breaks another tackle, but he's just pushed out there by Theo Mayel, who has been very good since coming on. But Loughborough will retain the ball, and is it just a matter of going through the phases here now, Dan, until the final whistle? Not much really Cardiff Met can do at this point, perhaps.
They'll be looking to do what I remember when I was watching before a fair few years ago, what France and Ireland always did well was just close out the games, go through the phases, just pick up and go, frustrate the other team, and it does work, so they'll be looking to do that to kill the game off.
Yeah, and Cardiff Met going to get desperate, possibly conceding penalties as we go into these final phases, but they choose to kick back to Cardiff Met. So an interesting choice there, as Carrington will get ball in hand in a little bit of space. Numbers here for Cardiff Met, and a possible deliberate knock on, and that he will get a yellow card for that. That is Morgan Meredith going to the bin. A definite deliberate knock on. There were numbers outside for Cardiff Met, and they will get a penalty. Dan, why did they not just put it through the hands? What's the decision to kick?
Absolute moment of madness. As I was literally just saying, being in like France or Ireland, closing the game down, they decided to kick the ball away. And look, we're back in their own half here now, down to 14 men. Absolute madness.
This is it here, as the clock, our clock, we must stress on our system, might not be the game clock, what the referees have, but on our clock, the clock has struck 80. This will be the last attack for Cardiff Met, potentially. Down to 14 men, Loughborough, as Cardiff Met look to draw this game. Out to Scott, Crimp, they've got numbers out wide, Carrington looks inside, and the ball's come loose, and it's into Loughborough hands, and is that going to be it? Carrington looking to make something happen, but the ball was jarred loose from him, and it's been turned over as Loughborough kick out, and it will bring an end to the game. Cardiff Met agonisingly again losing by 7 points, but a fantastic effort from the Archers here. They have well and truly matched Loughborough here tonight, but have just been outed a little bit by the better side.
Yeah, that game certainly didn't disappoint. That's one of my favourite games I've watched this year. It had everything, and I really thought at the end there, when that yellow card happened, there could be a dramatic ending. However, a great top work there defensive wise by Loughborough to win that ball back in the contact area. We're not quite sure what happened. Did he knock it on? Did he turn over it? But what we know, I think Loughborough are deserved winners of that game. Credit to Met, they've defended so well all evening. And, after that first half, I thought they'd be absolutely ruined the second half with all that effort they put in. But they kept on going. And it'd be nice to see now a long trip up to Durham for the home side. Can they bounce back?
Yeah, it will be a long trip up to Durham, but they will take heart from this performance, Dan, as we mentioned throughout. I mean, A for effort, wasn't it? They were absolutely outstanding physically throughout this game. Hit after hit after hit. They kept coming in defence. Just a few errors here and there. But Loughborough, probably a vintage display from them, but they've done enough to get over the line here tonight and maintain their position at the top of the table. And for Cardiff Met, Dan, they've not won a game now against one of the top four. It's been a great effort here tonight and a great effort against Hartpury last week, but are they in a little bit of danger now of separating themselves from the top four and the best of the rest almost?
Yeah, it's a shame. As in, out of the top four, we know Bath is the only team they've been played out of the park against. Against Hartpury tonight, they can't compete with them. I don't see why not. Why they cannot finish in that top four, but they need to start picking up points against these a losing bonus point tonight? Okay, 1 point. But they need to start picking up 4 or 5 points against these big teams to try and get to those playoffs.
Yeah, and it was a massive opportunity for Cardiff Met here tonight, with Exeter losing earlier on. Hartpury won as well, so looks like Hartpury will overtake Cardiff Met in the table. We'll have to see the other results of where Cardiff Met land after this result. But yeah, a disappointing result, but definitely heart can be taken from this performance. A losing bonus point, as you mentioned, but Ian Gardner still with his sights on the top 4. Met should remain in that top 4, but just ousted by Loughborough here tonight, who continue. I mean, they're on. That is their, I think, 6th win in a row now in this competition. They're really starting to get momentum.
Yeah, they, lost their opening game of the season, but since then they've bounced back and been unbelievable.
Yeah, and that just about wraps up me and Dan here tonight. Cardiff Met Rugby, of course, men's rugby and women's rugby, not the only elite sport on our campus. We do have our men's JD Cymru Premier team who played Ballatown on Saturday. Let's see how they got on.
Noswaith dda a chroeso mawr ato ni ar gyfer gêm allweddol yn uwch Gengrair Cymru yn y ras i gyrraedd y 6 uchaf.
For the Cymru Premier team, I think ambition's always to get ourselves top 6. A lot of us won a trophy this season as well.
Reese slides a great ball in behind. Ball back across the front. And it's an own goal! And it's Cardiff Met taking an early lead. Met 1, Bala 0. Abadaki could be in here, he's 1-on-1, he's had to take it on this time, Abadaki, oh! And it's Abadaki, Met 1, Bala 1, Abadaki with the equaliser. Mendes does swing it in, run underneath the bar, and that's why it's 2-1. That's with 3 jumps, chance here to go 3-1 ahead, by the way. Great save, it is 3-1 though. Malkin puts it in the first 2 minutes of the second half. Cardiff Met are 2 goals behind the Bala. Evans, Roscoe, got to produce some magic now. Roscoe gets a shot off Roscoe. Seconds here. 3-2, this game is nowhere near over. It is the youngster. Morris, chance, is he offside? No flag. It's 3 apiece. No flag from the linesman. Incredible stuff. It's Met 3, Bala 3.
So looking forward to the next game now. Cardiff Met make the long trip up to Durham. A long bus journey, I'd imagine. However, Loughborough have got an away game against Swansea at St Helens. We all know how tough St Helens is of a place to go. It's like a fortress, really, a bit like this place. However, it hasn't paid off recently here at Rugby 1. Few great performances there out there today, especially with Dan Eckersley again, our man of the match. Owen Evans, the captain, the Welshman, strong performance by him. And also Elliot Gawley, strong at the full-back position. And yeah, but when we look at the Met players, Oshan Hill on his debut stood up to the plate after his bit of a shaky start. So that is it from me and Aled today. Thank you for joining us. We'll now throw you back down to Alex Bayliss, who's with the Loughborough head coach.
And we're here with Martin Webdale. Congratulations today. Initial thoughts on that one?
A really physical game. I think probably
everyone from each side put their bodies on the line. Really, really proud of our guys, the physicality and the performance they put in tonight. To come away from Cardiff Met, from King Coyd with 5 points on any night's a fantastic achievement, so absolutely delighted.
Yeah, 100%. And that's your 6th win in a row now. How are you going to look to keep the momentum going after this?
Look, cliched, it's a process. Week on week, we'll go again Friday, we'll have a look what we did today, and then build into a second Welsh away trip in 2 weeks away at Swansea next week.
And how important is it to have leaders in the team like this, going into games like this?
Look, it's absolutely imperative. We've got a little bit of experience across our group, and those guys really fronted up today. Look, I mean, we had some big performances all round, but those leaders, just in terms of controlling the game, controlling a little bit of field position, were absolutely outstanding.
And retaining top of the league, how does that feel now going into the rest of the season?
Look, it's week on week. We're there at the moment. We're there to be shot at, so we'll just keep on ourselves and just keep trucking away.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations and enjoy celebrating. We're now being joined by Ben Murphy from the Cardiff Met captain. Just mind passing it over. Ben, commiserations today. How do you feel initially after that one?
I think we're a little bit gutted, to be honest. I think we probably could have. We feel like we could have probably come away with a bit more there. We defended really well most of the game. But, you know, they're a top of the table side, and I think we can take away from this that we are also top of the table side. So there are positives to be taken away. Obviously, we need to work on it next week, but yeah.
You mentioned they were top of the league. What was the prep like going into a game like this, knowing how good Loughborough can be?
We spoke a lot about detail. We're a fit team. We're probably not the biggest team in the league, so we know we've got the work rate and we know we work hard. Every training session we work really hard, but we were saying there's an emphasis on detail this week. Probably broke down a little bit there, but we'll try again next week.
And 5 points down at half time. What was said in that team talk to kind of get you back out for the second half?
I think we were saying, like, look, the pressure's on them. It was tight at half time, so we had a bit of confidence. We were defending really, really, really well, so we were pretty confident coming out, but when you're defending the whole game, things are going to slip, and they broke through the cracks and scored a few more tries than us.
What's the expectation now for the rest of the season?
I think it's to start taking some points away from the top four, you know, make sure we're staying in that top four. We've proved it the last couple of weeks against Hartpury and Loughborough that we are a top of the table team, so we've got to stay up there.
And what's next for you on a personal level?
On a personal level, I just want to make sure that I'm probably being a bit more dominant than scrums. I think again we got quite a light pack, so it is difficult this year scrummaging wise. But personally, that's what I want to be, my bread and butter. So scrummaging. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much for joining us. Unlucky tonight.
Thank you.
So that's it here on Cardiff Met Sport TV. We're going to leave you with some thoughts from the women's game last week. But before that, I just want to say thank you to everyone at Cardiff Met Sport TV. Thank you to commentators Alan Hopkins and Dan Thomas. Thank you to all our guests here tonight, and we'll see you next time.
You must be ecstatic. How was that for you?
Yeah, I think after our loss last week, coming into this game, we obviously had a lot to prove. So we had a big week in training this week, and it just goes to show that after last week, we just came out with a bang and scored some good tries at the end. Still some things to work on, but I think it's a massive improvement from last week. It was a bit of a fluke, to be honest. The ball ended up in my hand, and it was just like quick run. But no, it was a team effort, and I couldn't have done it without the girls. Yeah, I think you never know with us in Edinburgh which way it goes. It could go either way. We both have strong teams. We both have sides packed with under-20 Scottish and Welsh players. But I think for us, it's been really important for us to have all the girls back in training together as a team. And look, we've got 2 big weeks now of training after this performance to go and smash it again against Edinburgh. Yeah, of course, it's great to have a crowd here. You know, it helps the girls. It boosts the morale and helps the girls play better.
Yeah, it was really good, really good performance. I think we had a point to prove from last week, and fair play. The girls definitely stepped up to the mark tonight. First of all, it's never a break. I know it's a break for the games and stuff. For the fair play. The girls have put in so much work, and I think it's been a long couple of weeks of games back to back. So physically, it'll be a bit of a nicer break for them with no games. But our twos are playing next week against Hartpury, so we can support them and then just keep on ramping up the meters and training.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Joe Towns and I'm the Programme Director of the Sport Broadcast Master's degree. The Sport Broadcast MSc is all about live production skills, sports broadcast journalism and content creation, whether that's for social media, for podcasts, long-form documentaries or short-form TikTok. On the Sport Broadcast Master's degree, we try and cover every possible role that you could find in the contemporary sports media industry. We want our students to be prepared for all of them, whether that's behind the camera, directing, producing, editing, operating replays, directing a live stream, or if it's on screen, reporting, presenting, commentating. We've designed this course as the perfect stepping stone into the sport broadcast media industry. In terms of broadcast facilities, we have a fully equipped Adobe Lab, which is our newsroom, a TV news gallery, a radio room, brand new podcast studio, and out on the sports fields we have gantries and galleries so that we can live stream football and rugby every week. This course is a practical course, it's hands-on, it's vocational. We really pride ourselves that we're trying to create students that are multi-skilled and ready to take their career in any direction when they leave us. The big advantage of running this course on this campus here at Cardiff Met is that there is elite sport every week, whether that's Wednesday as part of the BUCS competition or so many of our teams play in National League sporting competitions on the weekend. On a Wednesday afternoon, our students could be directing a live stream of BUCS Super Rugby, they might be filming highlights for a live football match, presenting a radio show, making a podcast, or doing a live TV Up the Archer sports preview show. As well as weekly BUCS fixtures, we also cover some really big events on campus, whether that's our varsity day against Bath University.
It's Cardiff Clash. Cardiff Met versus Cardiff University.
Clash on the Court, a triple header in the Archers Arena where we show netball, women's basketball, men's basketball, or the Cardiff Met Sports Awards, a massive event in a hotel in the city where we do all of the VTs and production for what is a brilliant way to round off the year. Across the city and across Wales, we have some very well established relationships with the industry, so our students have opportunities the whole year long to go out on placements. If you're a Welsh speaker,
Shwmae a chroeso I benod arall o Wrth Theatr.
Then we allow all students to submit any of their coursework in the medium of Welsh. We also have some fantastic opportunities in the Welsh sports broadcast industry. The sport broadcast industry is a fast-changing, ever-evolving space. We're really proud that so many of our graduates go on to work in the industry. There's all sorts of possible opportunities for the students to explore once they finish the Sport Broadcast Master's degree.